This is Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile Ijesha, Osun State. Here is the nationwide news at 5. First, the headlines. I am Shodunke Opeyemi David. Osun State Governor calls on politicians to respect tenets of democracy. Ogun, Ondo State Governors urge Nigerians to remain steadfast, trust the country's democratic process. Wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, acknowledges women's role in nation building. News in details. The Osun State Governor, Ademola Adeleke, says free and fair elections is the best way to honor the memory of the acclaimed winner of the June 12 presidential election, Bashorun MKO Abiola. Governor Adeleke described free and fair election as a lifeline of any virile democracy. The governor, in a message to mark the Democracy Day, praised those who sacrificed their lives in the struggle which paved the way for the civil rule currently being enjoyed in the country. He called on politicians in the country to submit themselves to uphold the tenet of democracy by respecting the will of the people. Meanwhile, the Ogun State Governor, Dapo Abiodun, and his Ondo State counterpart, Lucky Ayedatiwa, has urged Nigerians to remain steadfast and trust the country's democratic process in the country. Speaking at the family home of the late MKO Abiola, Governor Abiodun said June 12, 1993 stands as a watershed moment and called on Nigerians to transcend difference of tribe, gender, and even the unique joint Muslim ticket to speak unanimously through the ballot. He said the elections remain a pivotal moment in the country's democratic history and the benchmark against which the successes of the subsequent elections are measured. Also speaking the Democracy Day celebration in Akure, Governor Lucky Ayedatiwa of Ondo State said that democracy is well and alive in Nigeria. The Supreme Court has reserved the judgment in the suit of the federal government against the 36 state governor seeking full autonomy of the 774 local governments in the state. Justice Garba Lawal told the parties in the matter that they would be communicated once the judgment is ready. He announced the reservation on the judgment after a 7-man panel of the Apex Court had taken adoption of processes filed by the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi, on behalf of the federal government and those of the 36 state governor. At the Thursday's proceeding, the AGF asked the court to grant all relief sought by the federal government in the suit. The Nigerian Security Civil Defense Corps (NSCDC) has been asked to get its emergency response team in place ahead of the flood, which could affect 148 local governments in 31 states. The Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency (NEMA), Mrs. Subaida Umar, made the plea in Abuja during a visit to the headquarters of the NSCDC. Umar drove home the need for a close collaboration among government agencies to save lives and livelihood. On his part, the NSCDC Commandant General Ahmed Howdy expressed the organization's readiness to work closely with other government agencies. Nationwide news is reaching you on Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile Ijesha, Osun State. The news will continue shortly. The federal government says it has plans up its sleeves to increase the waterways across the country to 5,000 kilometers from 3,000 kilometers. This piece of news was made public by the Marine and Blue Economic Minister Adegboyega Oyetola while speaking to newsmen in Lokoja, Kogi State. Oyetola, who was in Lokoja on a working visit to the National Inland Waterways Authority, noted that the elongation of the waterways will help in no small way for passage of goods and people. He said the ministry would continue to push for the development of the shipping and marine related sector to ensure overall development. Wife of the Lagos State Governor Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu has acknowledged the role of women in national building, noting that their significant contributions has positively influenced the economic and political growth in the nation. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu stated this at the year 2024 Muslim Sisters Seminar held in Lagos, said the annual gathering has grew into a significant platform for Muslim women to engage, learn, and take actionable steps towards the good of the society. She maintained that women generally are catalysts for nurturing, guiding, and reforming future generations, and an embodiment of love, strength, sacrifice, and courage. Mrs. Sanwo-Olu highlighted the essence of sacrifice during the program, which signifies willingness to obey Allah's commands and, most importantly, sensitize Muslim women on the contemporary social issues affecting various communities and how to provide solutions to the engender sustainable and positive change. She charged participants to uphold the value of Islam, embrace society responsibilities, and work towards building a resilient and striving society. Earlier in her remarks, the Chief Imam of Lekki Branch, Jamiu Kayode, while delivering his lecture on family ties, the fundamental link in national building, explained the importance of building a healthy home, united and strong family in line with Holy Quran, saying that this will further contribute to the growth and progress of every society. Just before we go, a quick look at the major highlight of the news. Osun State Governor Ademola Adeleke says free and fair election is the best way to honor the memory of the acclaimed winner of the June 12 presidential election, Basharu MKO Abiola. We also told you that Osun State Governor Dapo Abiodun and his Ondo State counterpart, Lucky Ayedatiwa, has urged Nigerians to remain steadfast and trust the current democratic process in the country. And he also heard that the wife of the Lagos State Governor, Ibijoke Sanwo-Olu, has acknowledged the role of women in nation building, noting that their significant contribution and positively influenced the economy and political growth of the nation. That ends the nationwide news, which came to you from Vicinity 95.3 FM, Ikejile, Osun State. Thank you for listening. On behalf of the news production supervisor, Yushin Akpabio, I am Shodunke Opeyemi David, asking you to stay tuned.